Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is after show chit chat. Even though it went off almost an hour ago, it's still an after show chit chat, honey, because I ain't got many notes. All I know is we finally got some fashions. I mean, it took 14 years, but I mean, people wait for stuff they never know they want, okay? But y'all know that the season 14 finale came on today, and I mean, it was what it was. Now, I don't have to see if the She by Sheree website really works, okay, to see if we can really buy some things. I know she said to put y'all credit cards on standby to get some pieces, but I don't trust her with my credit card number, so we're going to see if she takes CashApp, okay, or maybe a little money order, okay? But I hope everybody have a great day, had a great weekend. We have a great holiday tomorrow, okay? I have been resting all day. I didn't wake up and get out the bed yards at 8 p.m. Okay, I've been up and about a little bit, but I fully took the day to rest, which probably means I'll be up all night watching stuff and putting up a premiere for tomorrow. But again, nonetheless, we are here. Okay, and y'all know first things first. If you've not done so already, please make sure to do a couple things, to subscribe to my channel, become a JayBird, okay? Y'all know to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. And y'all know to like the video, comment in the comment section, to share the video on your social media and stuff, okay? Now, look, I look real regular, okay? So don't judge me in my round the house clothes, okay? In my favorite round the house dress, okay? Leave me be, not leave me. Hey, hello, everybody. Okay, it's damn near 10 p.m. Okay, I'm not tired, but I'm so rested. I'm so relaxed. And I'm like, I don't feel like putting no lipstick on. I don't feel like grabbing no hoodie. Okay, so boom, you know, I am what I am and leave me to be. Okay, now the one thing we did get today that I was like, oh, we got the promo picture for the Housewives of Potomac new season. Okay, I am excited to review the Housewives of Potomac. Okay, now we always say how Bravo do not be doing right by the black cast, how Bravo does not be promoting the black show, how Bravo don't be putting money behind new photos and this and that. But I said, oh, this is great. Okay, now I don't know if Bravo did this or if the ladies did this, because we know how Atlanta went and did, well, Atlanta and Rich Medicine did their own little shoot. Okay, looking great. But the ladies in red, lady in red, look, this looks great. Now, I don't know why Robin and Giselle is on both ends in chairs. Okay, because we both know they don't run nothing. Okay, not at the all. We see how they got, Candace, Karen, and Ashley in the middle. Okay, with Mia and Wendy on the ends. But each person looks amazing in their outfit. I absolutely love it. Okay, now we do not know when the new season is going to premiere. Let's see. If this is September, I'm pretty sure it'll be sometime later this month. It'll probably come right after the Atlanta, because I'm assuming it's a 3-part reunion. So I'm thinking once the 3-part reunion is, hey ma, bum, 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 that's my mama. Okay. But yeah, I'm assuming that once the Housewives the Housewives reunion is done, which will probably be in about 3 weeks, we would then get the Housewives of Potomac starting. Okay. So again, that's sometime the end of September or like the first week of October. Okay, finally it is happened to me right in front of my face. And you know what I'm saying? Because finally we got She by Sheree. Okay, but yeah, hey, it's the election day. Okay, so again, hey people, now you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm my girl. I was like, no, I just didn't feel like putting none on my face. So y'all just got me, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Yeah, this is an amazing picture of the ladies. Okay, they all look amazingly well. Okay, yeah, right. Even Giselle. Even Robin. They say Robin be real basic or whatever, but people don't get red is a gorgeous color on us. You hear me? A gorgeous color on us. And the more body yada 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 yada, you know what I'm saying? Out here. But yeah, red is is an amazing color on us. And we, should know that. Okay, y'all should try to wear the red. Okay, everybody look, hair, makeup, face, body, pose, everything. Everything. I said, oh, they not coming up. But again, I feel like Potomac is a show where it doesn't get the respect it deserves. I think because it comes after Housewives of Atlanta, and more people like, oh, Housewives of Atlanta, that's it, mate. And it's like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Okay, what we have to know is that they are a great show too. Okay, they are a great show too. Now you hope it's like Robin last season. I mean, I feel like this season, Robin and Juan may have, but the ending may be like their wedding. Okay, some little wedding somewhere together because we know they recently got their license. But again, we're gonna see what the season gives. But yeah, I want to show y'all that. Okay, now let's get on to the Housewives of Atlanta, the season finale chit chat review and whatnot. Okay, so this season, it wasn't a bad season. It wasn't. I feel like I enjoyed it. I feel like they didn't aggravate me to no end. I feel like I look weird because I feel my cameo on is whatever. Um, they didn't aggravate Marlo. Marlo and Sanya for sure aggravated me to no end. To no end. I don't know how to say they got on all the nerves I have in my whole body. Okay. But let's go what happened on the season finale. We can chat it up a little bit about the whole season itself. Okay, Kenya. Kenya, in this episode, we see, she was working on her Kenya Moore hair care, which we know is a working, active brand. It has been out for a couple years. Okay. She was having some issue getting product in and things of that nature once the COVID hit. And we had to get things figured out. Okay. But she said she had to put more money into a business. She had to put more money to get stuff in. And I think some folks don't get that. Sometimes the fix to your issue is put more money into your brand when your brand is making you money. If your brand is absolutely already making you money and circumstances hit to where You can't get stuff as easily for the same price. You may have to put a couple more dollars to get in what you need to keep selling what you have. So I like Kenya saying I had to put some more money up and to get the stuff in. I had to. I had to work that money. Okay, and now her stuff is back in CVS stores. And because Kandi even said how even she don't have stuff in stores, but her brand, her sex toy line, what's it called? Bedroom Candy. It's not even like in red. Wow, can you buy sex toys from CVS? I don't think I've ever been in CVS and saw a dildo or a vibrator. I mean, I've seen like KY jelly and stuff like that and lubricants, but I don't think I've ever seen like a nipple clamp or anything. I don't think so. But again, I don't know. But it's amazing for Kenya to have her hair. Oh, she got cosmetics though. Kandi does. Anyway, but to me, Kenya is one of the rare housewife folk who have their stuff in a store. Now, if you look closely, behind Kenya, the pink bottles in the aisle, that is Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville's product, okay? I believe, because that look like her bottles. I know that because my mama brought me some and I ain't used it yet, but it's still here, okay? But again, Kenya Moore hair care is now in CVS. So again, kudos to Kenya for getting that done. We see Kandi, Drew, and Sonya came for a little ribbon cutting for her stuff. Okay, but again, Canvas Beauty. You know what I'm saying? Canvas Beauty is back there. So Canvas Beauty is in there, but so it's Kenya Moore hair care. I only use pattern for my hair. When you find a good shampoo and conditioner, all that stuff, I tend to stick with what I know. I used to a long time ago use Motions, and I stopped using Motions once pattern by Tracy Ellis Ross came out. So I use pattern hair products or whatever. I'm gonna try Canvas Beauty's hair growth serum to see if it works. I don't know, but I don't want to use Kenya's product. I don't want to use Kenya's product because I already had patterns. I don't need, what I'm saying, to, do whatever. I also like Kenya this season. I think she was not as mean spirited. She was not as petty and crazy as she's been prior in other seasons. But again, I think it's because I think Kenya wants to not have to be the villain anymore. I think for years that was her go-to. But she was refreshing this season. She had her petty moments. I'm saying sometimes Kenya can be passive aggressive, but I still feel like it was a good season for Kenya. And to see how she ended it with her hair care product line, her hair care line being put in like 5,000 CVS stores is amazing. Okay, come on for me, Kenya. So they also discussed how they hope Sheree can get her fashion show together because last time they talked to her a couple of days ago, she didn't have any pieces in. Okay, and I was like, honey, it could be a thing. Okay, now let's move on to Marlo and Sonya. Excuse me, I need some water. So Marlo took the boys over to Sonya's house because Sonya and Marlo, we want to have a positive male figure. Great, I think it's great. Okay, it's fine. It was cute for them to bring the boys over. Ross taught the boys how to change the tire, change the oil. Okay, it was cute. That is, look, when people are aware that there is lack of a male role model in little boys' lives, whatever, it's a good thing for the friends of whoever to, come and help. I think that's great. I think it's great. I think it's horrible. Look, my personal opinion is the people in your family should be the ones who want to step up and be a positive male role model in whatever boys' lives who does not have a male father. Because we don't know what happened with Marlo's nephew's daddy. We don't know what daddy. I don't know. We don't know what happened or whatever. But I like when people try to be a positive or helpful male role model for little boys. So whatever. So that was cute. Okay, they made tacos and whatever. Sonya had bought overall what's it called? Little overalls that mechanics wear. Had a kid. Damn it. Had a kid's name on it. So it was cute. Okay, now Kenya and Sonya in the house talking while the boys out there doing work. Sonya brings up how she took her IUD out. Her and Ross have agreed for them to start attempting for baby number 2. Okay, I was like, okay, fine. I feel I want someone to tell me what was Sanya's storyline this season. Okay, because in the beginning we know that Sanya was like, okay, me and my husband, you want another baby. That was a disagreement or whatever, and then we got that just fell off. Like, if you think about it, she really had no storyline other than fussing with Drew, then fussing with Kenya. And I was like, okay, I guess so. But again, I really feel like when someone starts as a new person, I just prefer for them to have stuff going on in their own house. And I felt like anything she had going on just dropped by the wayside. And then she was always fussing with some damn body. But yeah, I'm leave that be. But it's fine. She gonna have a baby, okay? What she wants another baby. Not have she wants one. Now Marlo used to talk about her mama. Her mama's in town. She's not seen her mama in about 3 years. She said, okay, but her and her mom don't have the best relationship. And she says because the last time her mama, because her mom was in town, but she's not staying in Marlo's house. It's like, why your mama not staying at your house? What's going on? And so Marlo says how, well, the last time she stayed with me, we got into a little argument or whatever, fussing, arguing real bad and whatnot. And my mama then went to my neighbors, like knocking door to door and was like talking shit about me. Okay. And I was like, really? That's kind of crazy. So for that reason, her mama cannot stay at her house. I guess so. Now we do see her mama later on, okay? She meets up with her mama, okay? And her mom out shopping. Because as she say, me and my mom cannot be, it's easier for us to talk in public because it helps us both behave. She can't go crazy. I can't go crazy, whatever. It contains the conversation because we both in public and we want to both, look like we got some sense, okay? Now, the fact that her mom was around here without her teeth, and I said, well, mama said she mistakenly or on purpose threw her teeth away. So she around here without no teeth. Okay. I said, I guess so. But my ear aching, y'all. But she's like, for mama, I want to be sure, mama, that you're not drinking no more. You're not on drugs no more, whatever, that you're going to be around acting like you got some sense, okay? Not acting crazy. And to me, I feel like her Marlo mama, who I can see she's probably a firecracker. I can see that based on how Marlo acts. But I really feel like as bad as Marlo mama is because of her drugging and drinking or drinking and drugging, Marlo was the same way just with her bad attitude. I think as bad as her mama treated her or acted towards her, Marlo, in my opinion, acts that same way just without drinking and drugging. You still talk crazy to people. You still be cussing, fussing at people. You just don't have an excuse of, I was on drugs. I was high. Okay, you don't have that. It's just who you are. Okay, but I'm going to leave that be. Now, her mama bring up how, well, look, I'm thankful that you're forgiving me because I've forgiven you. Okay, now you forgive Marlo. What Marlo do? So, because Marlo mama wasn't around as much because of her drinking and drugging, which Marlo says was an issue for her. And the mama said, well, you had me put out the house. Okay, you kicked us out the house, and that was hurtful to me. Hurtful to me. And I said, well, damn, Marlo, what happened? So Marlo bring up her mama. She bought the house for mama and them. Okay, it was a family home that she bought for them. Okay, we don't know how now. We know it's through coochie selling some kind of way. Maybe not per person. I don't think Marlo sold cooch per person. I think Marlo dealt with rich men, a couple, and they pay her for her cooch. Okay, and then she reused that money some kind of way and did stuff. No, okay, but again, Marlo brought up how, well, I put them out because I bought the house. My mama was there. At that point in time, her mama was watching the two nephews that she has. Okay. So to me, it seemed like Marlo's sister, the boy mamas, when did she have them? Because if at one point your mama had them and now you got them when? Because the kids, like what, 10, 12? I don't know. So when did the mama have them? I'm going to leave that be. Anyway, so it's weird because I feel like them boys have been passed around and passed around and passed around for through the whole family. So Marlo this season being tired of having the boys, I'm looking like, ain't they been passed around enough? Keep grandma leave that be. But again, At that time, her mama was, I guess, still drinking and drugging. It was not being as responsible. Okay. And the police kept getting called and this and that. So Marlo kicked them out because she felt like, they can do this, they can do that. I said, girl, look, I don't think I could ever kick my mama out of where she living. I feel like, but I have a great relation. My mama ain't like that. So I guess I can't see because that's not my situation. But again, I don't know. It's weird. Okay. But mama, it was hard. Sometimes I need you too, mama. You wanna need me, but I need you too. Because when you would leave me and I was 10, that hurt me. That hurt me. Marlo, whatever you was, I always came and got you. I was like, but if you can't have her, leave her somewhere. Did it matter? It's a weird dynamic of, I feel like Marlo life and them boy life is the same. They still are being passed from relative to relative as if was whatever. And when someone feel like being bothered, that's when they bother. So it was weird for me. Okay, I'm like, whatever. Let me look some comments. I feel bad for my little nephews, like she was always speaking negatively about them. Not saying you can go. Who's saying like Tanya Hard? Y'all is Senya could have let us in had living. She could let us in living in a multi-generational household. That's true. That's true. Again, Marlo exploiting her family for a storyline. Her mother did not need to be on camera. I didn't have an issue with that. I feel like if your real life is you have beef with your mama, that can, because we've seen that through other families. I feel like Marlo created a storyline of this hardship raising the boys because she did not want to see the real hardship with her mama. I feel like they could have been on TV together because that's her real life. I still feel like Marlo tries to paint a picture of what we thought was life, and it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? When Marlo described all of the activity in her mama's home, I thought no wonder her mom was using drugs. It was probably chaotic in her home. I felt bad for the lady. And I feel like what Marlo mama said at one point, that she had been through so much in her own life, how much she had been through trauma. It's like, I think people don't get, yes, that's your parent, but sometimes if your parent wasn't raised to be a regular human being, you can't expect them to be a regular parent. So her mama had all the trauma, and mama said at one point, she had trauma that she could not deal with and did not know how to cope with. I'm like, that proved why she was probably on drugs and probably drinking. Now that is not an excuse to be a bad parent, but I feel like people have to get, people are people first. Like, they are people first. You are a parent second. Because if you do not have the tools to be a regular human being in life, and you happen to get pregnant and then cannot afford, or for the reason you cannot have an abortion and you have a child, some people do not step up to the job. They should, but if they do not have the tools to do it, it doesn't help. You can get hired to build a house. If you can't build a house and you try to do it, the house gonna crumble. So I always feel like people have to get that people are people first. They're parents second, because some folk just happen to get pregnant or have to get somebody pregnant, and it just doesn't work out. And the mama saying how she had trauma from her growing up or whatever. So I'm looking like she probably wasn't ready either, and she had all these kids or whatever, and they fell where they may. And that's a sad scenario. But I'm like, that's sometimes that's life. Marlo next storyline is giving not love and hip hop, not love and hip hop. This is her role storyline is using the mold. She could have, what I'm saying, not done something. I'm not sure. Who's Snake Eyes? Snake Eyes storyline playing pick fight with Drew, not wanting the baby, try to shade assassin, and being so far Marlo's peach, she could get her a color colonoscopy. Wow. Okay. Marlo, not Marlo, can our sisters. Dun dun dun. It can be. You can't give us a parent what you don't have for yourself. First, can't pour from, and I think that's the part that's. But I think the same way it takes time for adults to realize I was a fucked up parent. It takes time for the kids to grow up to live life and see, well, damn, life ain't that easy. Life was pretty hard. So, Marlo likes to discuss how her mama wasn't good doing this or doing that. But I'm like, if the mama was never raised, for lack of a better term, the right way, or if the mama didn't have love in her own life, how can you expect her to give you what she never had? So it's easier sometimes for people to keep blaming someone for their mistakes versus realizing they were never taught how to do anything. If they were never loved as a child from their parent, they don't know how to love you. So, but that's why I also feel like this is her true. Marlo gives stage play. I think Marlo gives people what she thinks they want to see as her life. I have all this money or whatever. We don't hear much about her family at all. And I feel like if you don't have no real business to show us, if you don't have no real man you're dating or whatever, and we barely see you with the boys, it was on all the time. What else was there to give us? And then for the season finale to be, and I feel like this probably was filmed earlier on in the season and they made it be the ending, okay? Because it had to have happened after Jamaica, because they bring up how Marlo apologized to Kandi about Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? And that's when Kandi met her mama. But I feel like it still played out of order. Because why she here now? I'm saying, so to me, it still gave a little bit of fake, and whatnot. I'm my girl, bye. Now, later on, when, again, Kandi comes to meet her mama, when Kandi came to meet her mama in person or whatever for the first time, and then we seen Marlo, again, saying sorry for how she acted in Jamaica. And the mama and Marlo talking, and they start fussing because the mama bring up how she wants Marlo to meet her boyfriend or whatever. Marlo felt like, I don't want to have to share you with anybody else. You always trying to have me share you with a man. Why do you always need a man? And I'm like, if that lady old and she clean and sober now, and as the mama said, she has been with this man for 4 years, Marlo said he ain't shit. I was like, girl, okay, whatever. But again, Marlo then said she thinks because her mama has always needed a man in her life, that may be why Marlo has man issues. I was like, girl, you have issues because of a lot of things. I think you and your mama have issues. So it's like, I don't know if Marlo wants to keep her mama feeling like, mama, you want shit. So whatever's wrong with me is your fault. Versus Marlo realizing you have enough money in your life to go to therapy. Okay. And you are smart enough to know how to address your issues. But it's easier for Marlo, in my opinion, to blame her mama when her mama wasn't right as a kid or as an adult or as a parent. And at some point when you realize, okay, mama, that's how you is, okay, boom, fine. I'm gonna have to let that be. But I would not get upset if my mom, who I've always known to be some kind of way, for being how I know she is. That's just perpetuating an argument. If I know it's his boyfriend she has, and she gonna want him around, why keep fussing about that? Let him sit there in the background. I don't care. Let it be. But I feel like to keep wanting to fuss about it when you know she's going to always want her boyfriend around, you as an adult can distance yourself from him while still hanging out with your mama. Now, I do wonder if her bringing up the mama and boyfriends, is she trying to say the mama boyfriend did stuff? That's my question. Because if it was a thing about where the boyfriends never did anything to you, you just felt like your mama gave more attention to them, which is things kids get jealous of. Because I'm 40 and I'm like, mama, I don't want to talk to you on the phone. If so-and-so is around, tell them shut up. If this is my time, okay? But that's because I love my mama. But I think, it can be a jealousy or a envious thing that people have, and they feel like they keep having to share you with somebody else. And so I feel like if she's not saying the boyfriend never did nothing to her, she's only saying, I've always had to share the attention with my mom and some men or whatever. If you know that's how she is, then stop fighting about it. Because your mama old now. I don't think she's going to change. I don't think she's going to change or whatever. You have to sometimes accept people where they are. And if you keep trying to fight people to be something that they're not, you would keep fighting. You would keep fighting. I was like, I ain't got time. Not today, not ever. Hey, Shannon. That's my friend, y'all. Right. You can't get what you didn't get. And I think that's the thing that some people don't get. Like well, that was her mama. It don't matter. Being a parent is a title that you get once you birth a child. Okay. However, if you have kids as a teenager, before you're mentally ready, and you just don't know what you're doing, it doesn't really make you a parent. And if you are a person who was never parented, who was never loved, who was never shown what to do, how can I be upset for you for not knowing how to do something that you were never taught to do? I can't get mad at the plumber for not being able to fix my window. He don't know how to fix windows. I have to accept my plumber as my plumber. And at a point in life, you have to accept. That's why, like my bio father, he's my bio father. But I'm like, bro, okay, you whatever. Because people choose to sometimes be other things. Now, my mama and my daddy, who raised me, loved us. And so I can accept them for who they are. But I can't keep fussing about shit, you know what I'm saying, from back. You can't keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. My mom chose her man over me too. I had to accept it. So did Marlo. Because at some point, you have to accept it. At some point, it is what it is. It doesn't make it right. It does not mean that the feelings you have as a child, are invalid. It just means that's the cross you had to bear. It's how they say when you are an adult and you're trying to get back the childhood that you missed because a parent wasn't there, you can't get that back because you ain't a child no more. That is dead and gone. You have to take things for what they are now. And the more you try to fix what already happened and what already went wrong, the more you're going to argue and fuss, because it's going to be a roundabout fuss, and that's it. So for me, with Marlo this season, Marlo tried to push the narrative of I had this horrible childhood, which she did. Okay, her childhood was not the best, but we now see her mama's wasn't either. Her mama wasn't either. And her mama just never got on the right track to be a good parent. I know people whose mom was on drugs their whole life and was very selfish, but they loved and respect her more than people whose moms were the last of being a mom. In each person's situation is different. Each person's situation is different. I agree. Her trauma is not her fault, but her healing is her responsibility. Okay, it ain't for the weak. And I think for Marlo, I think at times it's easier for Marlo to pull out her trauma as an excuse for her behavior. It's easier for her to have an excuse for why she acts the way she acts versus her just saying, I need to fix it and move on and get better from it. And that's how I say she do shit for tricks and views and attention. Because anyone who keep, my child, we get it. We know what happened to you. But at some point, you have to want to fix it. And the gotcha is Marlo's life looks far different than how her mama's life was growing up. Her mama grew up in a whole different era. You know what I'm saying? So that also sometimes mixes and mingles how somebody's outcome is. Because if you were born in the, if you were born, if your mama is 70, you know, 70, she lived in a whole different time in society where she probably couldn't really help herself. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, in the 20s, okay, there are things that we have access to that she did not. And it isn't an excuse for her mama. I'm just saying Marlo's trauma and her mama's trauma happened in damn near 2 different centuries. You know what I'm saying? I want Marlo to stop using that as a reason to be the mean person that she is. You know, she can try to be like, okay, well, I'm just, my mama did this, and we get that. And it's sad. And your mama ain't shit too. But your mama wasn't, your mama people wasn't shit because of her trauma. So if you keep, that's the definition of generational traumas. Fix it high. Why the grace for her mom, but not her? I never said it wasn't any grace for Marlo. My point, what I said was, Marlo uses her trauma as an excuse for her behavior when she has the means to fix it. Is what I said. Marlo continues to acknowledge her trauma, her childhood issues, her teenage and early adulthood issues. She always brings that out when someone calls her out on her shit. However, when she sits around and then critiques everybody else's situations as if hers isn't fucked up, that's the difference between somebody who is out here making it seem like, well, I'm perfect. My shit don't stink. Yours stink, but mine don't. Your shit does stink. But you make the choice to use your trauma as your excuse to get out of being called out while calling other people out for things you think is wrong. But bitch, you just as bad as them. Her mama, in this instance, does not seem to be judging anybody else's situations. Marlo, on the other hand, consistently has somebody else's lives and deeds and shit in her mouth. And when someone come at you, you want to cry and say, but I had a hard childhood. I was in foster care. And when someone tries to bring up, well, we went through things too. She makes it seem as if her shit's still worse. So it's not about not having any sympathy or grace for Marlo. She don't have grace for anybody else. My point is, Marlo and her mama lived in 2 different stages of life, 2 different centuries, had access to 2 different sets of helpers, basically. Because when her mama grew up, she didn't have access to things as her mama. Marlo is around here acting like she's a multi-millionaire. Okay. Her mama, who still lived in the country somewhere and has a resale shop, okay, and all these things, I was like, you can tell her mama just maybe recently got a bit of extra money to help whatever, but she's also older and stuck in her ways. Marlo been hoeing with her cooch, dating old white men, okay, or whatever, for a while now. She's been able to get a life for herself that a person who is stuck in old trauma usually would not be able to get. Yes, Marlo was a mean girl. She is. And she may have gotten that way because of her upbringing. However, she's at a point in life to where you can't keep relying on your excuse being your childhood. I at 40 years old cannot blame shit on my childhood. I'm 40 years old. I'm old enough to know my traumas, and I can't use that as an excuse of why this or that. At some point as adults, we do have to own up to whatever we got going on in life. And I think Marlo does not do that. It's easier for Marlo to just blame her past, and she does not want to fix it. But when she's cussing people out and being mean girl Marlo and being rich girl Marlo and being leg with Marlo, at that point in time, she's great. No issues. But when someone comes for her and she, if they're fussing back and forth, she brings out, oh my God, but my trauma as a child, you don't get it. You were like the fact that she caused a whole argument with Kandi because Kandi wanted to donate used clothes. You don't get it. You weren't in foster care. It's like, bitch, what? What? They're great used. I just donated 5 bags of basically brand new shit. Basically brand new stuff. Marlo fussed with JayBirds about donating you. It's Kandi fucking Bird. Kandi ain't got no cheap girl. So Marlo be on some bullshit. On some complete bullshit. Now, when Kandi got there after them fuss, because the mama agreed to not bring her boyfriend around. Okay, gonna let that be. But again, Kandi suggests, y'all may need counseling. Because I know I need to go with my mama. So y'all may need that. So, girl, who knows? I also feel like the Marlo bring her mama around here to give herself something to be on next season. You know what I'm saying? Marlo Lounge is a luxury. She can get therapy and be a better person. She can be, even if you do not even have to be a rich or wealthy person to get therapy. But therapy now is much more available to everyone than it was available to everybody in Marlo's mom's years. Okay, that's my point. That it wasn't as easy for anyone to get therapy, to get help, to talk about the issues back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, or whatever. Because I don't know how her mom is. But Marlo in her 50s, okay? So Marlo 50, then her mama got to be at least 70. Okay, so again, what's available now wasn't really available for her mama. So you don't have to be rich now to get help. You just have to want it. And Marlo don't want it. She doesn't. What she did to her nephews was evil too. Because my thing is Marlo put them boys with her sister to me for a storyline. For one, you send them to live with your sister who already had 4 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment to humble them. Girl, bye. But we expect old ignorant white folk to change so her old mama can change as well. Just until a few seasons ago, Kenya and Portia blamed their then acting on their past, and they were shown grace. What? But we expect old ignorant white folk to change. What old white people? What old white people? And Kenya and Portia just recently got grace, and we called them out too. Let me say me. I've been said Kenya has to let go of her mama not wanting her. I've been said that. So you ain't talking about me. A person would rather have hand-me-downs from Kandi than something new, because it's JayBirds. It's JayBirds. Okay. Yes. Right. Once you identify your trauma, is yours to get it done. Work on it because you know what it is. And you know what it is. Okay. Anyway, I want to move on because, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like we can rag on Marlo for a long time. But I hope our mama get together. But other than that, we're going to see. On to some other bullshit. Kandi talking to Mama Joyce, okay? Mama Joyce really wants to control your money. Because Mama Joyce and Kandi talking, and Kandi brings up how she don't want to trust. Well, she's going to do separate trusts. Her and Todd will have separate trusts for the kids and whatnot, okay? And I feel like the Mama Joy's point was, I think Riley should get the most since she's been around the longest. And she's the only child of yours who did not benefit from having a father around. Okay. Well, let me see. Brittany is saying Marlo's mama and Marlo should be held the same regard of accountability and responsibility. Brittany saying, Like we march and demand changing how black people treat the can accept their change, but not people in their own family. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but good, because I'm trying to focus. I'm like, wait, huh? Anyway, but Kandi her mama. I feel like I got Mama Joyce's point to a certain extent when she said anything Kandi had accumulated from before getting with Todd, before marrying Todd, that should all be left to Riley. I kind of got that part. I do feel like Riley does deserve maybe some before shit. Okay, make sure she's good. However, Kandi has 2 of the kids. And while they have benefited from having Todd as their daddy, I feel like they still can't be like left out. So I didn't know if she felt like Todd should be the ones to take care of the 2 young. I was like, I didn't get Mama Joyce meant. I was like, "Is you saying fuck them 2 kids, Mama Joyce? Is that what you saying?" I don't know. Okay, because I'm like, that sounds weird. Now I was like, because I don't think you do that. Okay, and she also felt like Todd should not benefit based off Kandi money. And I said, I mean, maybe what she had before marrying him, but I think whatever they have accumulated as a married couple should be what he's entitled to. And I was like, Mama Joyce, sometimes just stop. Just stop. Because I felt like I got a point of what she meant. But when the whole thing about what, Blaze and Ace have, benefited from having Todd and Rob, I was like, what are you saying? I know you ain't saying that Kandi should not like leave shit to her 2 younger kids because those are with Todd and leave Todd. And I was like, what the fuck is you saying? Are you really separating Riley, Blaze, and Ace? I was very confused. I was like, I don't know what she meant. I think Kandi too was like, man, what you mean? I don't know. And I was like, girl, now Kandi did say, at the end of the day, if something was to happen to her, okay, that she would not want Todd to remarry to where anybody would then benefit off her money. That she would like, he can date whoever, be with whoever, but I would not want him to remarry to where whoever he's with could then get some of my money. I was like, but you dead. But you dead. Like, once I'm dead, well, I don't have any concern about what the person who I've lived a long life with does with the money. I don't get no fuck. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's not if Ty killed her. Okay, no. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if it's. I was like, girl, stop putting your mom in your business. Okay, just don't do that. Because I was like, what's going on? It's weird. Okay. Maybe she feels Todd will do more for his own. Todd don't do more for Kayla. So I think it's weird. I think for them seeing how Todd wants the daughter Kayla to kind of struggle a little bit, to not want to really help her, for her to work hard. I think Todd would do the same thing with Blaze and Ace. So if anything, you should want Kandi to make sure that her 3 children that she birthed, her 3 children are going to be equally financially stable and do not have to worry about their daddy saying, well, no, you can't have a new car because you don't work hard. You know what I'm saying? It's girl, I can't. But I was like, but Kandi, if you dead, whoever he with, whatever, because he can fuck whoever, they can still get whatever. Okay, now Kandi brings up how, okay, the person over the trust will be Don Juan. Well, Mama Joyce said, it should be Don Juan and me. Kandi said, oh, you trying to kill me off early? Because I feel like if you around here after I die, because I'm planning to die a long time from now, I think when I die, you ought to be gone. So why would you be in charge of the trust? Okay, and she also said, I don't think that you and Todd would even be able to work together if I was gone. And I don't think they could either, okay? But I just feel like, God forbid, anything happens to Kandi, and that leaves Mama Joyce, Todd, and Riley to handle whatever. I do think it will be a mess. I feel like Kandi, I feel like this. I don't think Todd is with Kandi for her money. Not at all. I think Todd and Kandi do love each other. I really, really think that. I don't think I do. However, the way Todd handles money is different. He really is a hold on to the money. Kids should not be spoiled kind of person. That isn't Kandi. Kandi's like, if we got it, if they want it and it makes sense, give it to them. And I feel like Kandi is such an open book. She don't get how this looks to people, because it looked like your mama was saying your two younger kids she was taking care of by Todd. Riley is the sole heir to at least everything you had before meeting Todd. Everything after Todd can then be split that way. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. I also feel like Kandi is aware her Todd, her mama will never agree on how things should be. So Kandi, the same way they made sure to get that prenup done for that wedding, you should for sure have some kind of trust set up immediately, because we see how easily things can go awry. People can, things like accidents happen. Okay, accidents happen and they'll be tragic or whatever. And the one thing we do not want to happen is Kandi around here passing away in the crash on an ex-tour bus, so I don't know, whatever. And then Riley and Todd up here fighting on TMZ about who gets the house. Because Kandi and Todd has not done a trust check. And we see how differently Todd does things. So I see no issue with them saying, okay, this is what Kandi had before Todd. This is what Todd had before Kandi. Maybe that stuff is allocated to both Riley and Kayla, who are the two oldest children. Okay? So that's their separate trust for at least their two older children. There should then be a joint trust for what they've accumulated together and what they can agree on for all the kids. So that way there's some kind of compromise. But I'm like, not doing it is stupid. I think rich folks who have multiple kids, and you see, sometimes people, there's these situations to where people don't agree. You should always have a trust set up so that when you die, we do not have these long, drawn-out court cases and battles over the estate because people can't agree on just splitting shit the evenly way. Okay? But Mama Joyce will never be okay with Todd having the final say-so on nothing that has to do with Kandi's money, Riley money, and probably even Blaze and Ace. I do think Mama Joyce loves Blaze and Ace. I really do. But I also think she feel like Todd gonna keep all the money and lead them be. Okay. She do. Look, Kandi and Todd been married long enough and have built up a life that the narrative that Todd is with her for money no longer should exist. So she do dig at him every time she gets a chance to do it. But I feel like they've been together long enough to where Mama Joyce, that can't be your narrative anymore. At all. Mama Joyce says she barely even know Ace. She just met them a few years ago. That's basically what she said. Them new kids, I don't know them yet, but I know Riley. I know that one, girl. Mama Joyce is a mess, okay? But I'm leave that be. To the fashion show, the fashion of it all, the She by Sheree-ness, okay? First of all, y'all take a moment and like the video. had to get some water, y'all. I am thirsty. She by Sheree. We finally, 14 years later, we have an actual fashion show. Okay. So we see Sheree at the fashion, no girl, the event space. She went to the event space to see what it was. We see her with the two people, with the two people who was organizing or whatever. Now, she said she wanted to have 24 pieces. It was supposed to be 24 pieces to be done. She has 5 pieces. Five. Okay. And she brought up how she was rushing to find somebody because the lady who was supposed to make all 24 pieces could not get them done. And how, she had to rush to find other people to make the clothes. Now, a part of me feel like Sheree never intended this season to have a fashion show. A part of me feel like when her and Tyrone's storyline fell apart, she had to figure out what else to do. And so why not, do She by Sheree? I think that's why she was rushing to get pieces to be done. Because my thing is, if I knew I was trying to do my fashion show, if I knew that for a fact, I would have already had, and you ain't got no old pieces left from over the 14 years. To me, that's what happened. There was no reason for 2 weeks before your show, you'd only have 5 pieces done by some random person in LA. And I also feel like you were Sheree freaking Whitfield. How did you not have somebody in Atlanta? Nobody make clothes in Atlanta. No one, ain't no seamstresses, nothing. Kandi had a store. Rashida had a store. I feel Marlo is a whole booster. Allegedly, you didn't know anybody who can make clothes in Atlanta. You had to outsource to LA. Ain't it more expensive in LA than in LA than Atlanta? So again, if you think about it, it was on some bullshit. Okay, she had no plans of resurrecting She by Sheree until the fake ass storyline between her and Tyrone fell apart because Tyrone wanted money to be on the show and Bravo was not trying to pay him to be on the show. So I really wish she would have. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, you can't make it. I don't think, my thing is, don't blame the seamstresses or whoever as the reason it was like you didn't get your pieces to the last minute because you was a last minute fashion show. Okay, so again, rushing. Okay, rushing to get everything done. Then the day before the show, she still only had other pieces or whatever. And so we see that the model agency got us some models. Cool. And Tyrone shows up the day before at the little run through. Now I'm like, really, Tyrone? Tyrone ain't been around here all season. We've only seen that man on the phone, and that's it. But Tyrone popped up to the show the day before the show, the walkthrough with the models. Apollo was there too. Okay. And the fact that she looked so shocked of him walking in, I was like, girl, what is he doing here? Now he says that he's now currently off tether. He's off house arrest, so he can come out or whatever. But when he said, you know, I had to pull up on you, I say, nigga, what? You had to put, girl. Now, for me, this was probably the only real scene her and Tyrone did because I don't see Sheree as enough actor to have these emotions or whatever. She felt like you owed me an apology, okay? Because you played me. You left me stranded on the side of the road. Anyway, you did not show up to that dinner. Had me looking a fool. Okay, right. The fact that the daughter was there, the 22-year-old daughter was like, who is that? Who is that? How your daughter don't know the man you were supposedly dating for a couple years in prison. Because my thing is, even if they had not seen him in public, Tyrone still looked like he looked in pictures. How? The daughter had the production had to say that's Tyrone. She was like, "What? That's Tyrone? What? Who are you?" So yeah, her mama didn't know. Sheree had said, "Mama, that's prison badge." Oh. I'm like, how they don't know him? How? How? Again, to me, that just points out how much of a fake storyline it was, because your daughter would be aware. Because my thing is, you gonna at least Google Tyrone if your mama dating him, and if Sheree saying, I would come to Philly, we would hang out, go out to eat, and his, and it wouldn't be on camera. It wouldn't be on camera because she feel like he owe her an apology. He feel like they owe maybe each other one. He don't feel like he did anything wrong to her because, as he said, me being on camera could have been a parole violation for me. And she like, well, you can't say sorry. Fuck you. Get out my face. Leave. Don't come tomorrow or nothing. Now she said that she's good friends with his cousin, and the cousin knew where she was. So the cousin probably told Tyrone where Sheree was. But who mic'd him up? Who mic'd him up and let him? Because it wasn't as if Sheree wasn't at a public restaurant. She was at an event space that she had rented that people had to be. Girl, bye. Okay, leave me be. Now Apollo said that he feel like Tyrone lying about the whole he could went back to jail. He said because as a prisoner, when you get out of prison, it's not against the rules to have contact with media, so that part is a lie. The whole thing is a lie. Yeah, Tyrone is a pimp from way back. Maybe not that he pimp people, but I'm saying luxury whatever. But I feel like Sheree was probably surprised he came because he was no longer part of the storyline. That part you left me stranded or whatever, and so we're gonna leave that be or whatever. So it's done. So I do think she was genuinely surprised, but I also felt like, girl, whatever. Okay, so the day of the shoot, the fashion show. Okay, the fact that she said the pieces, the items, the fashions did not come in till 2 a.m. the day of the 2 a.m. Girl, look, again, I would never want to plan a fashion show and I don't have the fashions, at least, because think about this is you have to try the pieces on the models to make sure they fit. So I was like, leave me be. Now a lot of folks came, and the people I thought was amazing. I'm like, oh, one Tyrone showed up. Tyrone showed up with flowers for Sheree, for Mama, Thelma, and them said, who is that? Who? Who? Oh, Prison Bank? Okay. But again, Tyrone showed up, and Tyrone, to me, showed up as a part of what the plan was probably always supposed to be, because he acted like, I'm here to support Sheree, I'm her man, folk know I'm her man, and that's what it is. And, I felt like Sheree played him like, nigga, what are you here for? Why are you here? What's here? Stop. Get out of my face, okay? So he tried to play like I'm Sheree's, confidant, her man. You know what I'm saying? And I like how Sheree kind of played him dust. Because even him interacting with other people, I felt like he felt like it was his moment. Now, Dwight. Look, okay? If you do not know who Dwight is, he don't need no last name. It's Dwight of the Housewives of Atlanta. I'm like, right, a fashion with no fashions. Dwight looks good. Okay. I don't know. Dwight looks good. Dwight looks better now than he did then. Okay. He's fixed his face the best way. He does not look overly done. He has, because his nose used to be, girl, something. It was something. Okay. But I loved seeing Dwight here. I want them to bring Dwight back. I agree. I fully agree. Dwight gives a hint of the essence of the beginning of the Housewives from Atlanta franchise. And I will not him back on a full-time basis. But I feel like when they have events, Dwight should just be there. Okay? He should just be there, give a little conversation or whatever, and then that be that. But Dwight looked good. He sounded good. Okay. And I wanted a little bit more. But I was like, damn, he looked good. Okay. Looked good. Now, Bob Whitfield was also there. Who was else? Deshaun Snow from season 1 was also there. So this really was the event probably of the week in Atlanta at this point in time. A lot of people was there. A lot. I'm not gonna name all. We seen Quiet was around there. Okay, but a lot of people was in attendance because again, She by Sheree was something in the making for 14 years. Okay, 14 years. So while we have dragged Sheree for years about She by Sheree that never was, she 100% right. Pooh from Atlanta was around there. She was actually sitting next to Dwight. I just cut her ass out. But Bob was there with that crazy truck. Yeah, I forgot what her name was. But yeah, she was there too. But for me, I feel like right, Spring and Summer finally showed up. Okay? And again, we've talked shit about her for years and years and years, okay? But again, she did it this time. Now, the show was supposed to start at 7:30. It started 2 hours late. I would have left. Okay, I would have left. The fuck? What do I do for 2 extra hours around here? What am I supposed to do, Sheree? I don't know. Okay. Now I could not get photos of everything. I got a couple photos of stuff. Oh, the ladies. The ladies was there. Okay, so we see Manetta on the end. I could not get a better photo of all. They kept moving around. Okay. We see Manetta on the end, then Marlo, then Sanya, then Drew, who's in the boot again. Okay, then Kandi, and then Kenya. I felt like everybody looked great, amazingly great. Great. The fashions at the fashion show was great. Okay, let's make that clear. Okay, now I got a couple photos of the clothes. This is all I got. And I want to say this about the clothes. Some of that shit look basic. Some of it look amazing. But even the like to me, these 2 black looks are basic. It's tight ass pants and the top. This third look in the like it's like a camel color brown. I loved it. Extremely cute. I feel like that not as giving Sheen. The Sheen a shine. I don't know. But not getting found in that. Yeah, I don't think. Look. I want to make it clear. I do not think Sheree designed these looks. I think Sheree told somebody, "I want some joggers, and I want some cute tops, to go to joggers. I want some fishnet stuff. I want some workout stuff." I do not think these were her actual designs. Not at all. But I feel like she paid somebody to do something with her name on it because it was a quick situation of I have to quickly get a line together and I need y'all to know that this is what is supposed to be done. Now that's my opinion on what she tried to rush and do, because I feel like it was a last minute situation. That mesh shirt for a male is not. But I saw another outfit on a guy that I like the outfit on Apollo. To me, they didn't even showcase the clothes enough for me to get a good snapshot or whatever. But I can say the overall event looked amazing. I can say some of the pieces I did like, some I did not. But you can tell these were not probably what she wanted, but she had to pay somebody to make clothes to get down the runway. You know, why they put the and this is the crazy part, because the stuff because the stuff came in at 2 a.m. the day before the morning of the show, they had no time to fit the models. And because y'all know I love watching Product Runway, and every time you see them making their clothes, they have to fit the clothes to a model. When they show them doing a runway show, you have to have the models fitted so the clothes fit who's wearing it, because she paid some stranger in some state to make some clothes that she was then sent at 2 a.m. They had no chance to fit anything to anyone. Hence why some people's clothes were ill-fitted. So the fact that this was months ago when this was recorded, you would think that by now she would have stuff. However, thank you, Keisha, I don't think this would be what she sells. And that's the gotcha. The fact that she showed what she had to say. She sold, girl. She sold, fix it. She showed what she had to show to not be a failure. Because if she said, I cannot fail 14 years later, at that point, I would have to give up, the brand, because at that point, who can fail all this time later? Okay, so, it was kind of crazy to me. I still do not believe anything she showed on this show is what she gonna sell. Now, let's share my screens now, because y'all know I was like, okay, is she by Sheree something real? Because again, this stuff was filmed a while ago. IG page. While it has 12.5 thousand followers, okay, following 2 people, Sheree, and the lady, okay, look. I feel like, okay, we got a hat. This is from a day ago. So all she has is, now Sheree looks great. Those 3 titties. But again, she by Sheree is what she put. Let me read what she. Let me read what she put, y'all. Let me see if I can read what it said. When I look back at everything I see, how far I've come, I've always had an eye for fashion, and even had a luxurious boutique Bella Azul, which catered to the country's elite. Girl, when? In what country? Is it in America? I was determined to create my own generational wealth for my kids. Freshly out of divorce, I wanted to regain my independence and got back to my first love, which is fashion. It's been a long 14 years as I have had hiccups and even moments of letting go of my dreams and having my own fashion line. It's extremely hard when funding a fashion line by yourself with no backing behind you. Let Sheba Sheree be the example of perseverance for independent women. Independent women. Science finale, Aaron and 8. Girl, look. The point, look. I don't read all that shit for nothing. Because the line, honey, is not really here. Let me show y'all her website. Let me cancel that thing right now. Because at the end of the day, you have had ample time to have She by Sheree do something. And this is the website. And it says, Dear fan, due to the overwhelming interest in She by Sheree, the influx of love is crashing the website, but please understand it's being worked on. So continue to check back in within the next 24 hours. We are working to get this quickly resolved. We wish to serve you soon. Thank you very much. But this is the thing. Before this was up here, I went to the site. I had the site up. I had it up. And before this, there were no clothes. You couldn't buy shit. So And I'm not trying to shit on her parade, but what I'm saying, before I went live, I pulled the site up to see what they're at least out, because I was going to put pictures up. There was nothing. You hit shop and there was nothing. So to me, it probably crashed because people came here, looked stuff, and wasn't nothing there. It did not crash because people were shopping, because you couldn't buy nothing. So again, her point was to try to have this website that, again, still had no fashions available to buy. No one could buy anything. So even trying to make it seem as if, okay, well, I can sell this, I can sell that, I can sell this, I can sell that. It's like, but can you? Can you? And are any of the pieces? Oh wait, somebody just sent me some pictures from the website. Let me take some screenshots. $130. Oh, Sheree tripping. Sheree tripping. I'm going to put these 3 pictures up. Thank you to, it says K. I can't see the person's name. But K, who just sent me some stuff, sent me 3 screenshots from, I'm guessing, what was on there before it crashed. Let's see. Okay. A jogger. Wait, she buy the hoodie. The hoodie is $150. Not the hoodie and the jogging pants. Just the hoodie itself is $150. A 2-piece set is $130. The print jogger is $125. I'm assuming this must be for the whole outfit. This gotta be for 2 pieces. Cause who paying anything? Look, I spend money on whatever. I'm not spending $150 on just a hoodie. So I'm hoping the hoodie is the hoodie and the jogging pants, and not just the top. $130 for a 2-piece set. I mean, it depends on the material. Because that's like, 75. No, that's $65 a piece. So a top 4, 5, and pants. It can be, but I'm not paying $125 for just some jogging pants. I can't do that. It would not allow me to, that just wouldn't happen in my general lifespan. I'm not gonna do that. Not for no new brand. But I just feel like, girl, you've had enough time, in my opinion, to build up it up until it's solid. Okay. And again, if you notice the outfit that people wearing on her website, that's her son. That's her son. Is not what we saw in the fashion show. So again, honey, Sheree, I mean, she had a fashion show with some fashion, but it wasn't the fashion she was selling. I'm not spending look, I don't buy nothing from Yeezy at all. At all. I don't want no basic ass. I don't like buying clothes that have somebody's logo on it. Like, I don't have a Torrid hoodie. I don't want a Gucci, sweatshirt that says Gucci. I don't like that. I like cute stuff that can be by a brand, but I don't need the brand name on. I don't want to be a walking billboard. So I would not want to buy a hoodie that says She by Sheree. I would not. But I feel like she could have made hoodie outfits that were cute. Her logo wasn't the main logo on the chest part. Like, if the logo was like in the little corner, okay, in the bottom, it's cute, okay. But I mean, I don't want to be a walking billboard. I don't want to be a walking billboard. Okay. Right. It's free advertisement, but I don't like walking billboard shit. I don't do that. Any clothes I wear, I do not want to have the name of it on whatever. I like cute little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that she didn't have the fact that she don't have a She by Sheree t-shirt that has the Who Gonna Take Me Boo face on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me could be She by Sheree stuff. You would want to be cute clothes that are fashionable, but also have some, you know what I'm saying, some little relaxed type stuff. But again, girl, so again, I want to admit the fashion show that we seen on the Housewives finale. It looked great. Some of the pieces I liked, some of them I did not. But again, the pieces we saw on that show is not what she's selling. It isn't. I like the red look on Apollo because I like red. I almost did not like the outfit Sheree had on. I did not like the color of it. I felt like it was too dull of a gray for me. I liked the what it was supposed to be, but I wish that the color was better. But she looked great. The execution of the fashion show was great because she had to put money into she had to put money into getting real models. She got all her pieces in. It was a fantastic space. But again, if you had a runway show and had pieces that people like that are not for sale, then the point of a fashion show is to show fashion that people can get. To then a year later, come with clothes that they have not even seen. It's stupid. People like some of the pieces you had on the show. So again, I'm not trying to rag on Sheree. I'm just trying to say 14 years later could have still been better executed because the pieces you had in your show was bottom of the barrel stuff that you had no choice but to use because that was all it was. That was all it was. And so I feel like, girl, I would have preferred, some of those looks was available on your site. Sheree don't wear her own leg on the runway. Whoever she was wearing, I still did not like the color. The color to me just did not look cute at all. But I mean, it was a cute event. To me, it was a party. To me, it was a party for the She by Sheree brand, but nothing you saw you can buy anywhere. Those were once in a lifetime designs. Okay, I'm pretty sure whoever she will use probably is not who she's using now. And who knows? Now she told us like 2 weeks ago, have y'all credit cards ready, have them ready, and people did, and now they can't buy nothing. Or what they can buy, they don't want because it may be too expensive. The the fact that even the IG, like, why don't your IG page by She by Sheree have any looks up? Because of the thing, even if you cannot purchase the looks yet, you should have samples of each look you have to show folks what they can buy. So that once your website is up and like you ain't did no photo shoot for the look yet. It's is the day the show airs, your fashion show, you don't have no fashion put up. That is Apollo's girlfriend. That's the girl he's been with since he was in prison. Right. I have my murder than she by Sheree do. Look, go to my stuff on Teespring. I have more merch than she has up. And I ain't buying long as her. And it's this the thing, the fact that she did it. She put on a fashion show. It was closed there. People showed up. Kudos. But again, she had 14 years. To me, this look, my honest opinion. To have 14 years, I still feel like she could have did better. Because to me, if she had 14 years, you could have had the clothes on the runway should be what we're able to purchase now. And what's on her website isn't that. What's on her website from those 3 photos is some basic hoodies. Basic hoodies in black and gray. In black and gray, not in red, not in purple, not in white. And then one silver 2-piece. In my opinion, in 14 years in preparation, it could have been better. Just so that we could have had more stuff. Just saying. And that isn't hate. That is true business people 101. If you have a brand that you've had for 14 years and you haven't the fashion show was shot months ago. Months and months ago. And even now in September of 2022, you still don't have an active website. You still don't have photos of the pieces that will be available to buy starting September 15th. Whatever. The first stage of production should be make sure people can see some stuff. So I know, well, she had a fashion show, she did. But we can't even buy those pieces. The website don't work right now because it was overflooded. But the IG page, which is free promotion. Instagram is literally free promotion. You did not have basic thing. Pick 10 items. Pick 10 full items. In sizes small, large, and whatever the biggest size you're going to have. If the biggest size you're going to have is a 2X or whatever, pick small, large, and 2X. Get each piece made in those 3 sizes. Take photos of models in those 10 pieces in all 3 sizes. Put those up on your IG page to show people, okay, once it's available on the website, these are the pieces starting September 15th, you can start buying. How do we not have at least that? People sometimes want to say, oh, people be hate. No, mama, we not hating. We're just being clear about how easy it is to do stuff. Because her own IG, Sheree, is up here and stuff on the regular. She's up here promoting Honk for Jesus, which I like the movie. Okay, she's up here in pieces. Now this is supposedly a She by Sheree look. I don't think that is. But I'm saying she up here promoting stuff. This is supposedly a She by Sheree black something. But you don't have nothing from your site up on your own IG. Is this She by Sheree? No. This isn't She by Sheree. So my point is, if you can be up here doing photo shoots in the Dolce & Gabbana outfit, which promotes Dolce & Gabbana, how do you not have something promoting your own stuff? Just wondering how. People be forgetting you should not be putting more money and more thought and more promotion into other people than you do for your own brand. That's called stupid. That's called stupid. It's called stupid. If you are trying to build your own stuff, you are supposed to promote yourself. So I ain't hating on Sheree. Look on my page. Boom, where's my page? You have to be promoting stuff consistently. You see, when I post stuff of mine, I have my logo in it. You have to be out here promoting yourself. Okay? You have to always put a piece of yourself to keep promoting yourself. Okay? Round here. Because you are your brand. You are your brand. Your logo should always be somewhere in the viewership. Boom, right there. So to me, Sheree has a whole brand that she does not really promote herself. I just want her to be, be successful. Because she has a national platform of people seeing her. And for her to put up in her little post, that she put up 3 hours ago, which I'll like. Clink. Okay. The fact that she put how nobody was backing her. You built a whole mansion. You built a whole mansion. You literally built a whole mansion. You put more money into a house that people teased you about than you did in your brand, which could have paid for your house 10 times over. Because people wanted She by Sheree. We just couldn't get it no damn well. And now, we have this. That's what we have. That's what we have. So I feel like, nobody should be like upset, if people are still saying, well, it could have been better. It could have. But it was what it was. Okay. The ladies all had a great time. Okay. They loved the show. We'll say that. They loved the show. They also, you know what I'm saying, congratulations. It's amazing. Yay. And all that stuff. But to me, I also feel like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, she showed pieces. She showed pieces. I do think she lived there. I know it's her and her mama who lived there. But I'm like, she built this huge house for her and her kids. And by the time she finished building it, the kids were adults. So, I mean, I wonder how she paid the bills. The light bill has to be crazy. 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 But kudos to Sheree. So, the end of the season, they say Science Trust Baby number 2. Kandi is doing another play. And they have not done the trust yet with her and Todd. Drew was working on her fitness and her marriage, but she has not read Ralph's book. Marlo still ain't shit my book. My note from Marlo says, Marlo still ain't shit my book. That's it. That's my note from Marlo says. Can you travel with the world with Brooklyn for the summer? And She by Sheree supposedly really launched. But as we see, we can't battle them right now. Okay. So overall, the season, it was a good season. I think it was a good season. Yeah, when Funky went to the house and did a live, not a live, but did a breaking news from the streets, that was hilarious. That was so funny. Okay. She did. She did. Okay. Sheree made a statement. The website is down because we're trying to exit. Honey, look. That's something that would have made sense 14 years ago. My point in Sheree critique was she has been at this for too long to be having these issues. She's been at this for too long to not have these little things nipped in the bud. So it's fine. But I agree, it was a good season. Um, I think next season, they will probably try to bring back Portia. I think next season, they may be trying to bring Apollo and his fiance on next season. But overall, it was a good season. Now, in my opinion, Sanya can go. In my opinion, we don't need Sheree next season. In my opinion, they're going to probably they're either going to keep Marlo as a friend of, but I don't see them getting rid of her. But I also don't see her keeping the peach. I feel like if they bring Portia back, Kandi may become a friend of for the show. But I can see little nuggets for next season. To me, Kenya doesn't. They probably won't demote Kenya, but I feel like Kenya isn't needed as a full-on housewife. But I do think if they bring Portia back, Portia, Kenya, Drew, and Kandi will probably be the main four. And then they'll build out from them. That's if Portia come back. But if Portia come back, I feel like if Portia come back, they would keep Kenya, Kandi. It'd be Portia, Kenya, Kandi, Drew, main four. I don't see a need for Sheree. They'll keep Marlo on in some capacity. But I think Marlo should become, in my opinion, a friend of. And if they keep Sanya, Marlo can then be a friend of through Sanya. And that way, the main cast would be Portia, Kenya, Kandi, Drew. Sanya would be 5. Marlo will be a friend of through Sanya. Sheree could probably be a friend of through, I don't know, honey, maybe Kenya, I don't know. But again, it's a lot of things that could happen next season. I also feel like because they did bring in Apollo a little bit, we know Apollo has a fiance who he's been with. They can try to incorporate her. We know Manietta around here too. So Manietta could become a full-time housewife as well. Okay. But I do think Marlo needs to be demoted. Just to me. If you bring in Portia, the main thing will probably be Portia coming back around here, her and Simon getting married. And that could be, the next part of whatever's going on for Housewives. They can throw in one new person, don't know who. Don't know who. Again, I'm suggesting Apollo's fiance only because, that's something new around here. Then the dynamic between people being upset with Apollo and stuff can come up. Kandi can probably talk to Apollo about the shit between her and Phaedra, and bring Apollo back in could be a way to usher Phaedra back in season 16. Because in my opinion, next season should be Kandi's last season. Next season, if Kandi's still here, that should be her last season. because at that point, Kandi has been on here consistently for 15 seasons. And there's nothing left for us to see with Kandi besides her and Phaedra tie up whatever bullshit between them. And if Phaedra does not want to acknowledge what she said and what she did, move the fuck on. But Kandi does not need to be on the show past next season. Should for sure, if this ain't her last season, next season should be her last season. Period. Period. And then I think Marlo should also be gone. I think Marlo was on the show long enough as a friend of. I think Marlo does not have enough to be a peach holder. So again, she had a peach this season. I think next season she should be a friend of. After that, put her out of pasture. Kenya should be done after season 16 as well. And they may keep it going with, like Portia, Drew, maybe Sanya, or whoever else. But they definitely need to mix some shit up. I think, right, Kandi has enough going on to where she good. She also has her other show, Don't You Want to Go to the Place to Be? Strangers Become Family. Oh, Kandi the Gang. I had to sing the song. Kandi has Kandi the Gang. Kandi could be on that show and not have to be on this show. The same way Lisa Vanderpump was on Housewives and then went on to be just on Vanderpump Rules. So again, it's fine. But y'all, overall, this season, it was great. It was a good season. It was a good season. Right. Shamari can come back. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I do think the show, for sure, Portia only needs to come back for maybe 2 or 3 seasons. 16, 17, and then maybe be done. And then give other things. Okay? But we'll let it be. I hope you all had a great time tonight. Okay, I'm gonna go watch some other stuff and get some premiere stuff to be out for tomorrow. I'll be live. I may be live tomorrow night around 9 p.m. But I'm gonna have premiere stuff premiering because I really do want to get to review. I'm over reality TV. I am going to review the last 2 episodes of Raise the Love. I'm going to do the last 2 of Love After Lockup, and I think that's it. So I have those up for y'all tomorrow. And then Queen Sugar starts next week. I will be reviewing Queen Sugar. I want y'all to watch Honk for Jesus. I'm going to review that too. I want to have a conversation about Honk for Jesus or whatever, so do that. But again, good time had, y'all. Do not forget Potomac is coming back. I will be reviewing Potomac for sure. I love their looks from the photo put out today and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, we cannot wait for Potomac to be around here and stuff. Okay, so that's 8. So we're gonna do. Y'all know to make sure to like the video. Okay, comment if you want the replay. Comment in the comment section on the replay. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Okay, and JayLeesCorner and stuff. What else? I think that's it. Look, I've rested I rested today and yesterday. So yeah, it's gonna be I'm back in this one. I've had enough rest, and it's time for me to get some work done. But I do thank you for wanting me to get some rest. But again, I relaxed all day today. Too much today, if you ask me. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, have a good rest of y'all evening. Okay, yeah, thank y'all for being on the live. Okay, see y'all next time. Want to be sometime tomorrow, okay, and when not. Love you all. Be safe for Labor Day and stuff, okay. But again, I will see y'all tomorrow evening, probably around 9 o'clock. We'll have some kind of laugh or whatever and that. But gotta go. Love you all. Peace.